In this week's video, we're looking at where to buy a home in Torrance as a first-time home buyer. What's up, everybody? I am Shane Inman, a local real estate agent here in Southern California, helping families move to the South Bay. So cities like Torrance, Redondo Beach, Hermosa Beach, Manhattan Beach, Lawndale, Palos Verdes, Gardena. So if you're thinking of moving to this area and you're interested in learning more, feel free to call, text, or email me, and I'd love to help you get started in the home buying process. And if you are just interested in learning more about the community, be sure to subscribe. We put out videos every week on everything in the South Bay. All right, so what makes buying a home as a first-time home buyer a little bit of a different situation? There's many things, but the main thing is that you do not have the purchasing power of selling a prior home as your down payment. So oftentimes that means that the purchase price is going to be a little bit lower. So for today's video, we're going to be checking out homes in Torrance, California that are under the $800,000 price point. So what does that mean? Under $800,000 in Torrance, what does that get you? Well, it is more than likely not going to get you a single family residence. You're probably going to be looking at a condo or townhome. And so many people, I think, have kind of a bias against condos. They're like, well, I might as well just rent. But as rent prices are getting higher and higher, it just makes more sense in many situations to purchase and own what you're putting your money into. And so on this video, we're going to be checking out areas of Torrance that you might be interested in moving to. And in some of our other videos, I've gone over, different places in Torrance you might be interested in. So be sure to check out those videos to get a better feel for Torrance and what it really has to offer. All right, so the location of what you're going to be finding for a home for under $800,000 in Torrance, you're probably going to be looking at some of the busier streets. You know, you've got Anza and you've got Torrance Boulevard, and you're kind of by the Del Amo Mall. You've got, some great areas. They just do tend to be closer to busier streets, and there might be a lot of other apartment complexes and condos in those areas as well. So you may not be finding a home in a quiet, secluded neighborhood, but maybe more of a big condo complex. And so that's also something to think about when you're looking. Is it something you want a big complex where, there's 40 or 80 condos in there, or is it something you're looking for more of a smaller situation with 4 to 6 condos or townhomes in that complex? So those are all things to think about during your search. And as I mentioned, you want to make sure that if you have 2 cars and you only have 1 parking spot, that parking is not an issue in that area. I had a client who had been looking for a while, and they had 2 cars, and one of the couples, they had 2 cars, and one of the people was getting off work at a late hour, and they were concerned that they'd be driving around looking for parking on the street. And so whenever we'd check out a place, they would, if it only had 1 parking spot and they needed 2, then they would go back when they got off work to go check out what the parking situation was in that area and drive around and make sure that it wouldn't be an issue to find parking at the hour that they're getting off work. So that's something to think about. Just, okay, am I going to need 2 parking spots? Am I going to need 1 parking spot? Is parking in that area going to be very busy and hard to find? Do I have an issue with that when I get off work? Or do I work from home and maybe I don't need to worry about those kind of things? So that's just something to keep in mind when you're looking at a search for a condo. All right, and the next thing to think about, this is just kind of general condo search, is amenities. So, if you are going to have a condo, you're going to have an HOA. And with that HOA, what is it really covering? Because, some people are like, oh, I want to find a condo with the lowest HOA. But that's not always the best practice, because if the HOA is very low, but it offers no support, maybe it has no amenities, maybe it has no reserves. So if let's say, they need to put it on a new roof and they have no reserves in their savings because they haven't they don't have a high HOA, then that means that each unit is going to have to come out of pocket to put out that new roof. So sometimes a higher HOA could be good as long as it's going towards reserves and towards basically, amenities for the complex. So figure out what's important in your search. Do you want to have a pool? Do you need to have air conditioning? Do you need to have a gym on site? Does it cover water and trash? What is the HOA really covering within that price? And as I mentioned with, getting to know the parking situation in those areas, the best thing to do when finding these homes is just kind of getting out and driving around neighborhoods and figuring out what neighborhoods you really like. And if you're moving from far away and that's not manageable, like I said, feel free to reach out. I have many clients moving here that I will do video tours with and, go drive around, check out the properties for them if they can't be here yet, and send them video or FaceTime, and that way they can kind of get a better feel for what the neighborhoods in the area are really like, other than just looking at pictures online. So like I said, just feel free to call or text and I can help you with that. And then once you've kind of gotten a feel for your neighborhoods and what's important in your search, then it's just kind of dialing down what price range, what is important, and what neighborhood you like to find the home that is the best home for you. If you are a first-time home buyer, the process can be a little intimidating to start. I have many lenders that I work with that I'd be happy to introduce you to. If you just want to reach out and give me a call or text or email, we can sit down and talk about your situation and figure out what really makes sense and if it's doable. There are also lenders out there that have first-time home buyer grant programs, so we could talk about if that is a possibility for your situation as well. So like I said, feel free to call, text, or email me anytime and we can get started on finding your dream home.